To have an acquittal in the case would have been a major setback, and this hopefully sets up much stronger deterrent against the both anti-government extremists in the case of like the Oath Keepers and the white supremacist paramilitary groups in the case of the Proud Boys, that the Justice Department will be able to bring formidable charges against them like seditious conspiracy.
And they've already brought over 600 cases. Prosecutors in this case described the Proud Boys as Donald Trump's army that was willing to do whatever it took to keep him in power. We also know that the chairman, Enrique Tarrio, had ties to longtime Trump ally Roger Stone. What could this mean for possible charges against Trump? What would prosecutors need to show?
So there is this big question about whether or not prosecutors will be able to connect Trump to the violent assault on the Capitol. I do think there's a lot of information that they'll be able to connect other efforts to overturn the election, pressure on Mike Pence, etc. But this is the key one. And we should recall that the January 6th Select Committee in the House made a criminal referral to the Justice Department saying they had sufficient evidence that called for at least an investigation as to whether or not President Trump aided and abetted an insurrection. The fact that we have this verdict is important as a foundation to that kind of a claim. Once again, if there were an acquittal in the case, that would just go away. It would not really be on the table. It is on the table. So the question is, in part, what you ask with Roger Stone, is there enough connective tissue? Will they be able to connect dots, if there are dots to be connected? Because Roger Stone is deeply involved with the Proud Boys. He even swore an oath to the Proud Boys, according to the January 6th committee. There's an important communication between the two leaders of the seditionist conspiracies, the Stuart Rhodes of the Oath Keepers and Enrique Tarrio, who was just convicted today for seditious conspiracy, on January 6th at 2:28 p.m. How do they communicate? On an encrypted channel called Friends of Roger Stone, because Roger Stone set it up and he's also in that network. That's the kind of connective tissue, but whether or not they can prove a deeper connection beyond a reasonable doubt, that's the open question.
All right, Ryan Goodman, thank you so much.